Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel Hack Feedback. And in today's video we will be talking about the Windows file system and how it works in order to understand how Windows stores data. In the last video we talked about the directory system and how it works and where it stores different types of data according to the type of data and the purpose of use it. And we took examples of where the application slash software are stored and where the user's settings are stored as well. In today's video, we will be talking about the file system, which is responsible for keeping track of where files are stored so we can find those previously stored files whenever we need them again. So the file system works like, for example, a robot who can go find and locate those files we saved before. Not only that, but it also gives the permissions and access control of whom can access what. Without the file system, the directories and files will have no connections and they will be isolated from each other and also unorganized. So since the beginning of Windows, they came up with 5 different types of filing system like we see here. FAT12, FAT16, FAT32, NTFS, and exFAT. FAT32 and FAT16 are no longer used on modern Windows operating system, but it's good to know as a pen tester that they are existed in the legacy systems we talked about in one of our previous videos. Our focus on this video will be on NTFS, but we also going to touch base on FAT32 and exFAT as well. Let's start with FAT32, and it is widely used on storage devices as USB, flash memory cards, along with a lot of external hard disk, and some people they call it hard disk drive. And it's also widely used on a lot of cell phones, tablets, and cameras. Why they gave it the number 32? They gave it the number 32 as a reference to the use of the 32 bits of data that identifying the data cluster on the storage device. As all the technologies, it has a pros and cons, and let's start with the pros. The device compatibility as it works on any type of devices, as we mentioned, computers, cameras, smartphones, games, console, tablets, any type of devices can accommodate FAT32. It also can work on any operating system, however, Windows, Mac, and Linux. The cons or the downside is, first of all, you can't use it to store any files larger than 4 gigabyte, doesn't support any kind of data protection such as encryption, and if you want to do an encryption on that files, you need to use a third-party encryption service. And it also doesn't do any file compression. That system, FAT32, is kind of basic, and you can find it actually on um, drone cameras, USB. It's not that complicated. Um, that's why they came up with the newer version, which is the exFAT, and it's an upgrade version of the FAT32 system. And they invented it in 2006, which is relatively new, and it considered the newest file system made by Microsoft. exFAT is short for Extended File Allocation Table, and it also designed to be on storage devices. But this one, you can use it for a huge size of files, and it can go up to 128 petabyte, which is 1 petabyte is equal like 1,000 terabyte. So it's a huge improvement. They use it for most of the time storing stuff like high resolution videos and high resolution pictures as well. It also supports Mac, Linux, and of course Windows. And the only downside of it is that it doesn't support the older versions of those operating system, because it's already invented in the year of 2006. Until they start actually like make it regulated, it was like 2010. So most of the versions before the 2010 is not supported by that system. That's why we're gonna talk about the big boss, which is the NTFS. NTFS is a short for New Technology File System, and it's the current version used by Microsoft Windows. And NTFS can store up to 16 exabyte for one file. 1 exabyte is 1 billion gigabyte, so it can go for very, very big files. And the very big advantage of it, it's the security features, as it supports encryption, file compression, and most important is you can apply permissions and access control systems on it, which we will talk deeply next video about both of them. And this is how the Microsoft system or the Windows operating system is build their security according on those two systems we will talk about. The permission system is basically the system where you can apply passwords for files and directories and manage which user can get access to what files and directories. Next video is really important, and it's all hands-on and keyboard, because this is how the whole security of Windows are based on, and we need to figure that out if we want to be expert on Windows system. I hope you enjoyed this video, as I am trying to take the curve of knowledge kind of slow and easy, so we can imagine together how the system works. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned, stay safe, and see you soon.